Hello, and welcome to Parenting Today. The purpose of this short video is to introduce students to myself as well as to the course. I'm the instructor for this course, and my name is Dr. Diana Torres. I am a sociologist by training, and I conduct research in the areas of health and aging with a focus on Black, Indigenous people of color. The areas in which I have taught recently are in the areas of aging, the areas of family, and the areas of health, and often the intersection of these different disciplines. Students should begin the course by reviewing the syllabus. And if you are not already acquainted with the particular site, then students should navigate the site to find out where the information is. Once students have viewed the syllabus, they should make note of all the important dates and all the assignments which are due. Each week, a module opens up, and in that module, students will find an introduction, learning resources, and learning activities. The modules, as you know, each week begins on Wednesday and ends on Tuesday. For this course, we begin discussing parenting by, first of all, providing an overview of the evolution of parenting in academia and the way in which it is studied. Module 1 begins by examining the stages of parenting, which have been developed by some individuals who have done research in family studies and parenting studies. In the second week, we begin to examine theories of parenting, both are present and those which have been developed in the past. The majority of this course examines the stages of parenting as children grow through the various parts of the life course. So therefore, we begin by examining parenting in the early stages, and we then examine parenting during middle school years, and finally, we examine parenting during adolescence. The last 2 weeks of the course, we will be examining parenting in modern times, comparing how that has evolved and changed over time. And we will also be discussing in the final weeks some contemporary issues that parents face in the 21st century and perhaps how to address those. In order to prepare for each week's modules, particularly the activity section, students should review all the materials that are presented, the articles and the e-text which is used. This will provide students with a good foundation for responding to the online discussion questions, as well as beginning to formulate the project, which is one of the main forms of assessment in this course. How are students assessed in this course? Well, you are primarily assessed in 2 areas. The first is online discussions. Each week, when a module opens in the activity folders, students will find discussion questions related to the module learning materials that they are to respond to. The first response is due by Sunday evening, and then the response to 2 other students is due by Tuesday evening. The initial response, which is due on Sunday, must integrate the learning materials to support the answers which are posted. And students will also need to provide APA in-text citations and references to be able to identify those resources that they utilize. And when students respond to other students, you do not need to provide in-text citations or references, but nonetheless, they should be well-developed responses which reflect on the statements that the student made, and not simply a yes, I agree with you. This should be more than a sentence or 2. As I said, one of the primary sources of evaluation in this course is the final project, which is developed in stages. In the first stage, students will identify a topic that they choose to examine with respect to parenting, and there is a list of topics which are available to students. Once students have selected this topic and have presented this part of the assignment, they will then go on to begin to do research in this area. and locate references, articles, which will help them develop this project. And in doing so, students will write annotated bibliographies of the articles that they have selected. And finally, students will present an action plan to help address the topic, the issues surrounding the parenting topic that they have selected. I am available to students throughout the semester, throughout the course, and students may contact me in any of these three ways. You can either post your question in the discussion section, which is Ask the Instructor. It's labeled as Ask the Instructor. It might be a good idea to post here if you think other students may have the same questions. You can also communicate with me through instant message. Instant message is located on the toolbar in the course, which is at the top of the course site. And finally, students can email me at the email address noted here. Students may also set up, if they wish to do so, a Zoom meeting to discuss any issues that they might want to discuss in more detail. And if you can just email me with times and dates that would be good for you, I can set up a Zoom meeting and we can conduct that at a time that is convenient for both of us. Students should begin the course, if they have not already done so, by providing a student introduction post. Tell us a little bit about yourself, why you're taking this course, what your majors are, and so on. The students should ideally post this before the first week. If you're not able to post your student introduction before the first week, then please attempt to do so in the first few days of the beginning of the course, so the first week. All right, I look forward to getting to know all of you through your student post, as well as the responses to the discussions throughout the semester. Have a good week, and I hope to read some of your posts soon.